Hey Bougie click. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a thought-provoking topic that many of us can relate to. Are you being penalized for your kind nature because of your looks? It's a question that challenges the conventional wisdom surrounding beauty and kindness, suggesting that sometimes these traits can draw unexpected negativity. Join me as we explore the complexities of envy, competition, and the harsh realities faced by those who embody both physical beauty and a generous spirit. We'll delve into the societal dynamics that turn kindness into a liability, and how navigating these waters can often feel like walking a tightrope. So, if you've ever felt like your kindness was taken for granted or your beauty was met with hostility, this video is for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on this important conversation.
I'ma make you a fan.
Are you being penalized for your kind nature because of your looks? The timeless dilemma: is it possible to be too beautiful or too kind? Society often leads us to believe that beauty and kindness are traits to be universally cherished. However, an unsettling truth lurks: being fortunate enough to have good looks and a warm disposition may make you a target for envy, resentment, and even hostility. The irony of this paradox feels almost Shakespearean, yet with a modern twist. Let's address the glaring issue: envy. The green-eyed monster appears whenever someone feels you possess something they lack. Your stunning beauty and sincere kindness shine a spotlight on their insecurities, casting a long shadow. Insecurity is a potent motivator, compelling individuals to dismantle what they cannot attain. Suddenly, your allure and generosity become the basis for their disdain. "Who does she think she is, being so pretty and nice?" they grumble, conveniently overlooking the fact that you are simply being your authentic self. Competitiveness is another toxic outcome of your winning combination. In various social contexts, beauty and kindness are viewed as commodities in a zero-sum game. If you are deemed the fairest and the sweetest, what does that mean for everyone else? In the workplace, colleagues may feel overshadowed and perceive you as a threat rather than a collaborator. Friends might interpret your every action as a strategic move in their social game, questioning your intentions and authenticity. Instead of receiving accolades for your qualities, you find yourself in a position of defense. Now, let's examine the gendered nuances of this issue. Women face a particularly harsh double standard. Society places immense value on their physical looks and social skills but punishes them for excelling in both. If you are a woman who embodies both beauty and kindness, you must navigate a minefield of cultural expectations and biases. Some may label you as shallow or overly accommodating, while others might accuse you of manipulating situations with your looks. It's a lose-lose predicament, and the irony is almost tangible. The Snow White effect adds another layer to this intricate situation. Just as the wicked queen in the fairy tale feels threatened by Snow White's beauty and kindness, in nature, dominant females suppress the reproductive capabilities of subordinates. This evolutionary strategy ensures that the dominant female maintains her status and resource access. Similarly, human society often penalizes those who thrive in both beauty and kindness, fearing their success might overshadow others. It's a twist where excellence becomes a liability rather than an asset. The backlash extends beyond envy and competition into social dynamics. People frequently struggle to accept that someone can genuinely embody both attractiveness and kindness. This cognitive dissonance breeds mistrust and doubt. "She's too nice, there must be an ulterior motive," they conclude. This skepticism creates barriers, hindering meaningful connections and fostering isolation. It's a cruel twist of fate: your kindness, meant to build bridges, instead constructs walls. Let's also consider the self-sabotage that often accompanies this situation. To blend in and avoid conflict, many who are both attractive and kind may downplay their attributes. They might resort to self-deprecating humor, dress modestly, or suppress their natural kindness to avoid standing out. This self-imposed dimming of one's light serves as a defense mechanism in a world that seems intent on extinguishing it. Yet, it only leads to an internal struggle, as denying one's true self is never a path to fulfillment. It's fascinating how being a decent person with a touch of pretty privilege can turn you into society's go-to workhorse. Friends and acquaintances often come to you for help, charming you into assisting with their projects or crises. You agree, believing you're lending a hand, only to find yourself overwhelmed with tasks while they enjoy their coffee breaks. If I had a dime for every time I completed a project only to hear nothing in terms of gratitude, I could buy a one-way ticket to a tropical island where I wouldn't lift a finger for anyone. Meanwhile, they bask in the glory of your hard work, leaving you in the shadows, nursing your bruised ego. How delightful it is to feel used without a single thank you. Envious individuals often exploit your kindness to feel superior to you. They request your help, leaving you to shoulder all the work while making you feel subordinate. When you comply with their requests, they perceive it as a way to boss you around. And let's not overlook the delightful irony of the situation. You would think that with all the effort you invest in helping, a little acknowledgement would be the least they could offer. But no, they would rather appropriate your ideas and present them as their own while rolling their eyes at your efforts. It's like a poorly written romantic comedy where you're the misunderstood heroine, except there's no happy ending in sight. You know you're capable and talented, yet they can't bear the thought of you receiving any credit or recognition. It's as if they're allergic to your success. Instead, you wear the label of the reliable one, a badge of honor that feels more like a scarlet letter. So here's a tip for the world: next time you ask for help, remember that a little gratitude goes a long way, and perhaps consider giving credit where it's due. Because, dear reader, this workhorse is weary of being taken for granted. Envious individuals often seek you out when they find themselves in a bind, eager to benefit from your skills and knowledge without any thought of reciprocity. They'll charm you with flattery, drawing you into their web of dependency, only to vanish when the tables turn. These are the same people who, when the moment of truth arrives, will conveniently forget your contributions, leaving you to navigate your challenges alone. They'll gladly take your insights, your time, and your energy, all while feigning support, but when it comes to returning the favor, they vanish like shadows at dusk. It's a one-sided arrangement where your generosity is met with a deafening silence, and your willingness to help is exploited rather than appreciated. As you extend your hand, remember that not everyone is worthy of your kindness, and it's perfectly acceptable to prioritize your own well-being over their insatiable demands. Ultimately, the harsh truth is that being pretty and nice can draw negativity your way. Envy, competition, gendered biases, social dynamics, and self-sabotage all conspire to create an environment where your virtues are weaponized against you. It's a paradox that defies logic and fairness, yet it's a reality many endure. So, what's the lesson? Embrace your beauty and kindness without apology. The world may not always reward you for it, but dimming your light serves no one. Let those who harbor hatred be consumed by their own bitterness, while you continue to shine brightly, understanding that your worth is not determined by others' insecurities. After all, isn't it far better to be resented for who you truly are than to be loved for a facade? Just remember, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade, and be gracious enough to share it, even if some will still complain about the flavor. The complexity of goodness. At its core, being a good person involves empathy, compassion, and an unwavering sense of ethics. These qualities, however, can attract jealousy from those who feel threatened or inadequate in comparison. When faced with jealousy, good individuals often find themselves at the receiving end of unwarranted criticism, gossip, and mistreatment. The emotional strain of dealing with such negativity can lead to feelings of sadness, frustration, and even self-doubt. Navigating jealousy and mistreatment. Jealousy is a powerful emotion that can drive people to act in ways that are hurtful and damaging. For the good person, navigating this terrain requires resilience and emotional fortitude. It means constantly reminding oneself of their values and resisting the urge to retaliate or change one's behavior to please others. This constant internal battle can be mentally exhausting and emotionally draining. Mistreatment, whether subtle or overt, further compounds the emotional toll. Good individuals often question why their kindness and integrity are met with hostility, leading to feelings of isolation and disappointment. The challenge lies in maintaining one's sense of self-worth and not allowing the negativity of others to diminish one's spirit. The importance of protecting your heart. In the face of constant mistreatment, it's easy to become angry and lash out. However, responding with negativity only perpetuates a cycle of hurt. Protecting your heart means choosing to rise above these emotions and not allowing others' actions to dictate your behavior. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings but rather acknowledging them and choosing a healthier response. One way to protect your heart is by practicing self-care and setting boundaries. This might involve distancing yourself from toxic individuals or situations that drain your energy. By prioritizing your well-being, you can maintain your inner peace and continue to be a source of positivity for yourself and others. Compassion for the hurting. The saying hurt people holds a profound truth. Those who lash out are often dealing with their own pain and insecurities. Showing compassion towards them can be incredibly challenging, especially when you're the target of their negativity. However, responding with empathy rather than anger can help break the cycle of hurt. Compassion doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment. It's about understanding that the person causing you pain is likely struggling with their own issues. This perspective can help you respond with kindness, even if it means simply walking away from the situation. Sometimes, the most compassionate thing you can do is to remove yourself from a harmful environment. The balance of separation and compassion. While it's important to show compassion, it's equally crucial to protect yourself. This balance can be difficult to achieve, but it's necessary for your mental and emotional health. Separating yourself from toxic influences doesn't mean you lack compassion, it means you value your well-being enough to create a safe space for yourself. In your journey of self-improvement and living a luxurious, stress-free life, remember that it's okay to prioritize yourself. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who uplift you and share your values. By doing so, you can continue to be a good person without compromising your own happiness. The cycle of hurt is a psychological and emotional pattern where individuals who have experienced pain or trauma often, consciously or unconsciously, inflict similar pain onto others. This cycle can perpetuate negative behaviors and emotions, creating a ripple effect that impacts many lives. Here's a deeper look into how this cycle works and how it can be broken. Understanding the cycle. Experiencing hurt. The cycle begins when an individual experiences some form of hurt, whether it's emotional, physical, or psychological. This hurt can stem from various sources, such as family issues, bullying, discrimination, or personal failures. Internalizing pain. Instead of processing and healing from this pain, the individual internalizes it. This can lead to feelings of anger, resentment, and low self-worth. The unresolved pain festers, affecting their mental and emotional health. Projecting pain. To cope with their own hurt, individuals may project their pain onto others. This projection can manifest as aggression, criticism, or other harmful behaviors. The goal, often unconscious, is to alleviate their own suffering by making others feel the same way. Causing hurt. The person on the receiving end of this projection experiences hurt, which can trigger their own cycle of pain. This new hurt can lead them to internalize their pain and, in turn, project it onto others, continuing the cycle. Breaking the cycle. Self-awareness. The first step in breaking the cycle is recognizing and acknowledging one's own pain. Self-awareness allows individuals to understand the root causes of their hurt and how it influences their behavior. Seeking help, professional help, such as therapy or counseling, can provide the tools needed to process and heal from past traumas. Support from friends, family, or support groups can also be invaluable. Practicing empathy. Developing empathy towards oneself and others can help break the cycle. Understanding that others may also be struggling with their own pain can foster compassion and reduce the urge to project hurt. Setting boundaries, protecting oneself from further harm is crucial. Setting healthy boundaries with those who perpetuate the cycle of hurt can prevent additional pain and allow space for healing. Positive coping mechanisms, engaging in activities that promote well-being, such as exercise, meditation, or creative pursuits, can help manage and reduce feelings of hurt. These activities provide healthy outlets for emotions and can replace negative behaviors. Compassion and forgiveness. Breaking the cycle of hurt also involves compassion and forgiveness. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior but rather understanding that those who hurt others are often hurting themselves. Forgiveness can be a powerful tool for healing, allowing individuals to let go of resentment and move forward. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in the healing process, both emotionally and physically. Here are some key aspects of how forgiveness contributes to healing. Emotional healing. Release of negative emotions. Holding on to anger, resentment, and bitterness can be emotionally draining. Forgiveness allows you to let go of these negative emotions, freeing up mental and emotional space for more positive feelings like peace and happiness. Reduction of stress. Chronic anger and resentment can lead to increased stress levels, which negatively impact mental health. Forgiving someone can reduce stress and its associated symptoms, such as anxiety and depression. Improved relationships. Forgiveness can mend broken relationships and foster a sense of connection and understanding. It helps rebuild trust and opens the door to healthier interactions with others. Physical healing. Lower blood pressure. Studies have shown that forgiveness can lead to lower blood pressure, which is beneficial for cardiovascular health. Chronic anger and stress can elevate blood pressure, so letting go of these emotions can have a positive impact on your heart. Enhanced immune system. Holding on to grudges can weaken the immune system, making you more susceptible to illnesses. Forgiveness has been linked to a stronger immune response, helping your body fight off infections more effectively. Better sleep. Forgiveness can improve sleep quality by reducing the mental turmoil that often keeps people awake at night. A good night's sleep is essential for overall health and well-being. Psychological benefits. Increased self-esteem. Forgiving others can boost your self-esteem and self-worth. It allows you to see yourself as a compassionate and strong individual, capable of overcoming negative experiences. Greater life satisfaction. People who practice forgiveness often report higher levels of life satisfaction and overall happiness. Letting go of past hurts enables you to live more fully in the present and look forward to the future with optimism. Spiritual and moral growth. Personal growth. Forgiveness is often seen as a sign of personal and spiritual growth. It reflects a deep understanding of human imperfection and the capacity for empathy and compassion. Moral integrity. Choosing to forgive can align with your moral and ethical values, reinforcing your sense of integrity and righteousness. It can be a powerful affirmation of your commitment to living a life of kindness and understanding. Practical steps to forgiveness. Acknowledge the hurt, recognize and accept the pain caused by the other person's actions. This is the first step towards healing. Empathize with the offender. Try to understand the reasons behind the other person's behavior. This doesn't excuse their actions but can help you see them as flawed humans rather than villains. Decide to forgive. Make a conscious decision to forgive. This is often the hardest step but is crucial for moving forward. Let go of resentment. Actively work on letting go of grudges and bitterness. This might involve talking to a therapist, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in activities that bring you joy. Commit to forgiveness. Forgiveness is not a one-time event but a continuous process. Remind yourself of your decision to forgive whenever old feelings of resentment resurface. Forgiving someone can indeed feel impossible, especially when the hurt runs deep. Here are some insights and steps that might help you navigate this challenging process. Understanding the difficulty. deep emotional wounds. When someone has caused significant pain, the emotional wounds can be profound. It's natural to struggle with the idea of forgiveness when the hurt feels overwhelming. Misconceptions about forgiveness. Many people believe that forgiving means excusing the behavior or forgetting the incident. However, forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the burden of anger and resentment, not condoning the actions. Fear of vulnerability. Forgiving can make you feel vulnerable, as it often involves letting go of protective anger. This fear can make the process seem daunting. Steps to forgive when it feels impossible. Acknowledge your feelings. Start by recognizing and accepting your emotions. It's okay to feel hurt, angry, or betrayed. These feelings are valid and need to be acknowledged before you can move forward. Understand what forgiveness is not. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to forget what happened, excuse the behavior, or reconcile with the person. It's about finding peace for yourself. Reflect on the impact. Consider how holding on to anger and resentment affects your life. Often, these emotions can weigh you down and prevent you from experiencing joy and peace. Seek support. Talking to a therapist or counselor can provide you with tools and strategies to process your emotions and work towards forgiveness. Support from friends and family can also be invaluable. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself throughout this process. Understand that forgiveness is a journey and it's okay to take your time. Set boundaries. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you have to allow them back into your life. Setting healthy boundaries can protect you from further harm while you work on healing. The role of empathy. Empathize with the offender. Try to understand the reasons behind the other person's actions. This doesn't excuse their behavior but can help you see them as flawed humans rather than villains. Recognize shared humanity. Remember that everyone makes mistakes and has their own struggles. This perspective can foster empathy and make forgiveness feel more attainable. It's completely understandable to feel that someone who has deeply hurt you doesn't deserve forgiveness. This is a common and valid feeling, especially when the pain is significant. Here are some insights and strategies to consider. Understanding forgiveness. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you are condoning their behavior or forgetting what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of anger and resentment. Holding on to these negative emotions can be more harmful to you than to the person who hurt you. Emotional freedom. By forgiving, you are choosing to release the hold that the past has on you. This can lead to emotional freedom and peace of mind, allowing you to move forward without the weight of past hurts. When forgiveness feels impossible. Acknowledge your pain. It's important to recognize and validate your feelings. Acknowledge the hurt and understand that it's okay to feel the way you do. Set boundaries. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you have to allow them back into your life. Setting healthy boundaries can protect you from further harm while you work on healing. Seek support. Talking to a therapist or counselor can provide you with tools and strategies to process your emotions and work towards forgiveness. Support from friends and family can also be invaluable. The role of empathy. Empathize with the offender. Try to understand the reasons behind the other person's actions. This doesn't excuse their behavior but can help you see them as flawed humans rather than villains. Recognize shared humanity. Remember that everyone makes mistakes and has their own struggles. This perspective can foster empathy and make forgiveness feel more attainable. Practical steps to forgiveness. Reflect on the impact. Consider how holding on to anger and resentment affects your life. Often, these emotions can weigh you down and prevent you from experiencing joy and peace. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself throughout this process. Understand that forgiveness is a journey and it's okay to take your time. Let go of the need for vindication. Forgiveness involves letting go of the desire for revenge or retribution. This can be incredibly freeing and allow you to focus on your own healing. When someone never acknowledges their wrongdoing, it can be incredibly frustrating and hurtful. Here are some strategies to help you cope with this situation. Understanding their behavior. Psychological defense mechanisms. People who refuse to acknowledge their wrongdoing often have strong psychological defense mechanisms. They might feel deeply insecure and protect themselves by denying any fault. This behavior is more about their internal struggles than about you. Fear of vulnerability. Admitting wrongdoing can make people feel vulnerable. They might fear judgment, rejection, or the loss of control, which can lead them to deny their actions. Shame and guilt. Some individuals experience intense shame and guilt when confronted with their mistakes. To avoid these uncomfortable feelings, they might refuse to acknowledge their actions. Coping strategies. Set boundaries. Protect yourself by setting clear boundaries. You don't have to tolerate ongoing mistreatment or denial. Establishing limits can help you maintain your emotional well-being. Focus on your healing. Concentrate on your own healing process rather than waiting for an apology. Engage in activities that bring you peace and joy, and seek support from friends, family, or a therapist. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Understand that it's okay to feel hurt and frustrated. Self-compassion can help you navigate your emotions and find inner strength. Let go of expectations. Accept that you might never receive the acknowledgement or apology you deserve. Letting go of this expectation can free you from the emotional hold the situation has on you. Empathize with their struggles. While it can be difficult, try to empathize with the person's struggles. Understanding that their behavior stems from their own pain can help you find compassion and reduce your own anger. Moving forward. Seek closure on your terms. Closure doesn't always come from the other person. You can find it within yourself by processing your emotions and deciding to move forward without their acknowledgement. Surround yourself with support. Build a support network of people who understand and validate your feelings. Their support can provide comfort and strength as you navigate this challenging situation. Focus on personal growth. Use this experience as an opportunity for personal growth. Reflect on what you've learned about yourself and how you can apply these lessons to future relationships. Conclusion. Navigating the challenges of jealousy and mistreatment while striving to be a good person can be exhausting, yet it is a journey worth undertaking. By protecting your heart, demonstrating compassion, and establishing clear boundaries, you can safeguard your well-being. Your kindness reflects your inner strength, and by remaining true to yourself, you have the power to inspire others to follow suit. Breaking the cycle of hurt is indeed complex, but it is achievable. By cultivating self-awareness, seeking guidance, embracing empathy, and implementing positive coping strategies, individuals can heal and prevent their pain from impacting those around them. The roles of compassion and forgiveness are vital in this healing process, fostering a more understanding and supportive atmosphere for everyone involved. Forgiveness serves as a potent instrument for healing, bringing a multitude of emotional, physical, and psychological benefits. Choosing to forgive liberates you from the weight of negative emotions and paves the path toward a healthier, more fulfilling life. While this journey demands effort and dedication, the rewards are undeniably valuable. Recognizing that forgiveness is a personal and often challenging process is crucial, especially when the hurt seems overwhelming. By acknowledging your emotions, understanding the essence of forgiveness, seeking support, and practicing self-compassion, you can begin to navigate this difficult path. Ultimately, forgiveness is about achieving peace within yourself and alleviating the burden of past grievances. Forgiving someone who may not deserve it can be one of the toughest tasks, yet it can also bring immense liberation. It's about prioritizing your peace and refusing to let others dictate your emotional state. Remember, the journey of forgiveness is personal, and it is perfectly acceptable to take it one step at a time. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, seeking professional help or taking a break from the process is completely valid. Your well-being should always come first. When dealing with someone who refuses to acknowledge their wrongdoings, it's essential to focus on your own health and happiness. By setting boundaries, practicing self-kindness, and seeking support, you can heal and move forward. Remember, achieving forgiveness and closure is primarily about finding inner peace, regardless of how others behave. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the complexities surrounding beauty, kindness, and the societal challenges that often accompany them. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences or insights on this topic. Remember, embracing your true self is a journey filled with ups and downs, and your worth is never defined by others' perceptions. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more insightful content and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next discussion. Stay kind, stay beautiful, and keep shining bright. Until next time, take care. What do you think? Do people hate you because you are pretty and nice? Let me know in the comments section. Stay bougie. Follow and support me. All links in bio. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check description for more info. New episodes every day.